What's up, y'all? This is the Talk Exchange where we discuss topics to engage your mind. I'm Nick Thomas. Alongside me, I have Miss Cerise Richards.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Mr. Andre Hilton.
Pow! It was popping.
Nothing much, man. I really.
Leave it to Dre. Leave it to Dre.
Karina Alessio can't be with us today, but she will be with us next time. So, getting right into it,
Sure.
and on the topics of a relationship, as we do mostly, would you, I'm going to start with you again.
No good. Okay.
Would you
Yeah.
give your password to significant other? And does that validate trust?
I mean, it depends on like the how or why this whole password thing kind of came to be. If you're asking me for my password because you're feeling insecure, I might just be like, "You're an idiot. Here's the password. I don't care."
Yeah.
Or I might get my backup and maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Because like, what did I do to make you feel like you had to ask me for it?
Yeah.
I mean, typically speaking, just by default, because like you can play music off your phone or whatever, is everyone has my password on my phone, down
Yeah.
to like staff. Like it doesn't matter, right? So I don't really mind in that capacity, but if it's to validate that trust, I find that's kind of silly. But I mean, I guess it depends. Like if I really like the person, then I might give in just because like whatever, this is so minor,
Yeah.
and I'm not hiding anything. So why would I fight you on it? If it's gonna make you feel better, here's the password.
Yeah. But there's a level of privacy too, right? That some
Certainly.
people are not going to give their password to their significant other because,
Right.
why? Just like you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
why do you need it, right? Because that does show a level of insecurity, right?
Yeah, my phone is so boring, it doesn't matter. You're gonna look into my apps, like there's nothing interesting in there at all.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing crazy, inappropriate, or strange on my phone.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look into anybody's phone, you're gonna find something that looks like something that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Because there's no context to what you're reading.
Right.
So I mean, that would be like the warning of if you go looking, you're gonna find something.
Yeah.
Not because it is what it is, it's because you're going to perceive it that way.
Yeah.
So that's up to you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about what you're finding in my phone because I'm telling you there's no reason for it.
Right. I got you. What do you think, Drake? I know you're more of an open kind of guy.
My situation is a lot different.
Yeah.
For the purposes of spite, or you need to be validated because you need my password for those reasons, I'm not down for that. But the relationship that I usually create, if somebody needs my password, I always ask, well, why do you need it? Where's your phone? Right? Now, if that person doesn't have the phone and they need my password to use the phone, that's something different. But if you're doing it out of spite or you're doing it because you're insecure and you need to be validated, I don't really want to be around somebody like that.
Yeah.
Right? And it boils down to, one of the episodes that we talked about on insecurity,
Right.
right? Mm-hmm. Like, why do you need my password for? Where's your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, I have my phone here, but I want to use your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me unlock my phone and you can have it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you need my password, or why do you even need my phone if you have your phone,
Yeah.
right? If you're doing it out of spite, or you're doing it because you need some form of validation,
Yeah.
okay, I'd probably know that already if you're that type of person. And no, I'm not giving it to you,
Yeah.
right? That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
But I don't think I put myself, being a grown person, like I'm a pretty good judge of character. Like I would never be in a situation like that where I have to hide things, right? I got nothing to hide, right? If you need to use my phone, you can use my phone, right? But if you need to know my password because you're trying to find something on me, I don't want to be around people like that.
That's fair.
But I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. But for
Right?
some people, that validates trust because they feel that
Yeah, but that's
all your
foolishness.
information is, or whatever you might be hiding is on that phone. Because everybody is on their cell phones nowadays. Everybody has a cell phone, their smartphones, they do everything from there, right? Some people delete.
No, I was about to
Messages.
say, like
Yeah.
realistically speaking, if I wanted to, I could delete everything before I get there.
Yeah.
Then what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Right.
The phone
But
is
then-
so unimportant.
For some people, they delete everything like right away, right? As soon as a message is done, they delete everything. But for somebody else that probably is insecure or whatever, will look at that as, what are you hiding? Because they check your phone and they see no messages. That's unrealistic to not have a trail of messages.
So if you need validation by having my password to open up my phone, then there's something shady about you. You understand? There's something shady, right? Like you need that validation. What are you hiding from me? While you need my password to get into my phone, to search up my phone to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Looking for phone numbers or videos or pictures, right? That person has a guilty conscience, right? Like I would never in a million years with my wife ever tell her I want to go through your phone, right? Because I'm not an insecure person, right? I give her credit.
Yeah. Now, would that come with, because you've been with your wife for a while, now would that come with something like age or?
No, but I mean, no, but even now before I got married to her, right? I've been married now for 13 years. I've known her for almost 16 years, right? I've never asked her for a phone. She's never given me a reason not to trust her.
Yeah. But in your younger days, when you were dating, you never once asked for their
My
phone.
mentality was different when I was younger.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. As long as I got what I got, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
As long as I get mine. Right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. And that's just the way it was. Right? Like my mindset, you can't compare me to Andre Hilton now and Andre Hilton back then in the days because I viewed things different, right?
Yeah.
You understand? Like I had to prove myself, but at the same time, I didn't have to prove myself to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? Some people were just willingly just give it to me. Other people I'd have to work hard to do certain things. So the mindset's totally different, right? As long as I got mine, I didn't really care.
Yeah. Well, my mindset's a little bit different because I don't care to have someone's password. I care less.
Yeah, no.
You know, if there's a situation where I feel that they might be hiding something on their phone, I still don't need to look. I just don't want to be part of that situation. So I'm just gone. Right. They might not even know why I'm gone, right? They might think I'm being weird. Right. But I know why, right? Because so I don't use it. I know a lot of people that like hang on that, like, let me see your phone. Like that's one of the first things, you know, but I feel as you get older, you don't have time for that stuff.
No.
You know what I mean?
But you have to also keep in mind, we live in a different time, right? Yeah. Like, you know, I'm seasoned now.
Yeah.
So all this text messaging and social media and stuff, none of that stuff really existed when I was in high school and stuff, right? We had pagers back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, if your pager went off and stuff like that, you know, and your girl, who's that paging you?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was a little bit different now, right?
Yeah. Who's that saying hello? Right?
You
remember they used to text that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
those
you know,
numbers.
You would have names and stuff come up, right? You see a number, right? Whose number is that? And you can lie easy, right?
Easy, yeah.
It was my aunt calling.
Yeah.
Right.
Or call her back. Well, I ain't got a cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go to a payphone back then, right?
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen a payphone?
Oh my God.
Yeah, they got rid of those things.
Right, exactly. So I'm just saying, it's totally different.
Yeah. They actually have charger stations for your cell phone, your own phone.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
No? Well, at the airport, they have.
Well, yeah, the airport, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's more prevalent now for people to get exposed with some of their secrets on their little devices, their Androids, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody has all their hidden agendas in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how much pictures and videos and stuff like that I got on my phone.
Yeah. We'll leave that for another conversation.
We'll leave that for another conversation, but I mean, it's me and my wife, right? Or you know, it's nothing. You know, it's not like I'm going around broadcasting it or whatever, whatnot, right? I mean, it's just it's personal, right, between me and her and stuff like that, and that's that. I mean, it's not going to anybody.
Yeah. For you, does that validate trust though? For if you're talking to someone?
No. First of all, like every person that I've ever dealt with has always had like a photo vault that's like disguised by something else.
Oh yeah.
So really, even if I ask you for your password, it's probably hidden somewhere in the phone. Who has time to do that? I'm not doing that. But like I've had situations where I ask,
right?
Do you have a photo vault?
Right.
And they think I don't know what that is. It's like, do you have one? Once the answer was no, I'm like, you think I was born big? I know you have one for sure.
Wow.
But then, okay,
think
then
every
it's
guy has a photo vault?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my
I don't
final
have
answer.
one.
You're lying. Okay, this is what I think. I think you're lying, but it's fine. Most, if not all men have a photo vault of some sort of like, you know, exes or whatever, and like things that they get from other places, and they just kind of store it in there.
Yeah.
But so then it became a point of contention because I'm like, well, why do you have this still?
Yeah.
What's the need for it?
Yeah.
If
Memories.
That's gross. You don't need those memories. Like if we're doing this, we're actually trying to get somewhere. Why do you need those memories?
Yeah.
Like to me, I just think it's kind of inappropriate, but like whatever. But so then even that, to even have to get to that point, like I was upset with myself because I'm like, I don't like to have problems with things that really have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So I don't usually ask. But for whatever reason, it got brought up. But it was the lie that bothered me more than the actual vault itself.
Right.
No, I don't want your password going forward. I'm not going to go through your phone.
Yeah.
Half the time I'm looking anyways.
What if you said yes to your question?
Well, I'd probably be like, well, why do you still have it? And it probably would have just killed the conversation there. Like, it's not a big deal.
Well,
but
that's why you said no.
No, but why are you lying? That's unnecessary. That's like such a dumb lie.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do have this. Because like, what am I going to do? Break your phone? Like, take the phone? There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is.
Yeah. Dre, do you have a photo vault?
He's not even answering, you see? You see? That means
She just said every guy has one, right?
This is my understanding. Like, obviously, I'm not a man, but
No, I think you're pretty accurate on that.
Thank you.
Everybody's got.
Big old Nick over here. Not pretending that you don't have a photo vault for real.
What's with the name call?
I'm just saying. Do you have a photo
She
vault?
calling you out.
Do I have a photo vault?
Oh, so now you're asking me the question.
Right,
instead of
right.
answering.
Sorry, I was trying to be clear.
So the answer to that is yes. Yes,
Yes.
he does. Okay, so let's move on.
Well, most guys do. I mean, every guy that I know has one.
So like, what's the password? The password is nothing because a photo vault is a different password. It's not gonna be the same password.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. Oh, so you have one.
No,
No.
I wasn't asked. No, I don't have a photo vault.
Okay.
No.
No. So then, what are we correcting?
No, I just want to hear you clearly. That's all.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good.
But okay, so would that validate the trust? Like, or
No.
break the trust if you think he's lying?
If I think you're lying, we have bigger problems.
Yeah.
Your
But
password
what
is
if
not
he's
going
telling
to
the
fix
truth?
it.
How are you gonna know?
I think like you'd know your partner.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to figure out how to get to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
Your password is not going to fix this.
Right.
If I think you're doing something sinister and I ask you to see something, I'm not going to ask you for your password. I'll be like, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done that before. Like, okay, so if you're not lying, open it then. If you're gonna open it, then I'll see what I want to see.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before and get brave and open it and think that I'm not gonna go all the way back.
Yeah.
Once you hand me your phone, you're basically saying you have the right to look.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So then I'm gonna look.
Yeah. So that was before. So you still do that today?
Well, I'm like wildly single, so there's no phone to go with unless it's my own. So.
So we know how that worked out.
Right.
Right?
But it wasn't the phone. That
Oh, it wasn't the phone,
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
But no, I don't think I would do that. Like I might ask to see.
Yeah.
That might just be nosy and ask you to see. Like, who cares? But it's
Yeah.
just like, really and truly, it doesn't validate anything.
Yeah.
If I feel insecure in the relationships because something else is happening, that probably has something to do with your phone.
Yeah. Well, some people, they won't ask just because they don't want the question to be asked to them, right? So like if I don't ask my significant other, I'm hoping that they don't ask me,
Right.
right?
Well, that's
Like-
God willing. Yeah. I mean, you pray that won't happen, but
Yeah.
if you're with your significant other, you know them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
You know, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. A lot of times when you're in a relationship, you don't want to compromise whatever relationship that you're in, that you're trying to build,
Right.
by throwing a monkey wrench in it or a curveball,
Right.
right? So you don't ask these things because potentially this could start a riff, and then things could be like there's an unbalance now.
Right.
Now once you put that question mark in the relationship, that's when everything starts to change.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the biggest ways to put a question mark in a relationship is that person needing that validation for your password. Why? Do you know what I mean? That could start like a big like riff.
Yeah. I can see
Like
that.
why?
Yeah. Well, because then they're basically calling you a liar without calling you a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's big around the trust. This comes down to trust.
Yeah.
They really sit on that. If you just hand over your phone, there's no problem, right? And that creates a bigger story because there's some people that are, like you said, hate the player, not the game,
Yeah,
or hate
that's
the
right.
game, not the player, whatever.
That's right.
So some people have two phones. You don't know about that second phone, right?
Imagine
So-
Nick.
Yeah. What do they call those phones? The ghost phones or the burner phones?
Burner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, whatever they call them, but some
Yeah.
people have that, and then their significant doesn't know that they
Yeah.
have the second phone. So that first phone that they have the number to is
Hey, let that phone fall out of your pocket.
wide
You
open.
sit on the
So
couch.
that cannot
Hillary
That
Clinton had
cannot
one of them
validate
phones.
trust, right?
Yeah.
Because they could still be doing whatever. And one thing I learned in life is yeah, it doesn't matter what somebody, whatever, if they're going to cheat, they will find a way to cheat.
Sure.
There's nothing you could do. So that's why, like, for me personally, I don't ask no questions. I don't do anything. Like, whatever. If I just feel that, you know, there's certain things I look for. So if I feel that there's something going on or whatever, just don't want to deal with it.
Fair.
I'm out. I'm
So
not
you don't
arguing
say
with you.
nothing?
That
What if you
I might
know
say one thing, but I'm not.
unequivocally you have facts and you know for a fact there's something that's not right.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't say nothing?
I would pose a question,
Right.
but I don't argue about it. Like if someone told me, you know, oh, they saw my girl with, you know, someone at a restaurant, I'd probably say, hey, you know, someone said they saw you, you know, you were having dinner with somebody or whatever the deal is. Oh, no, well, I was with my girl or whatever. Now I'd be like, oh, okay. Someone said they saw you with a guy, but hey, they're probably wrong.
But would that burn you? Would that burn you?
Yeah.
That's not enough to say
no,
that.
it'll burn me, but
like,
I'm not
you're lying.
arguing about it. Like, I don't have time.
Okay.
Dre, you know some of my stories, man.
Oh,
Like,
my
you've been
goodness.
there, so you understand why I don't really care. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care to go through all that mess.
All right.
So if things happen and I find out some stuff, it's just an easy walk away. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for other reasons, I might stay a little longer.
Yeah,
Right. But other than that, I already have my plan to exit. You know what I mean? So I don't think it validates trust. There's no way that it can. So I don't ask anybody. Have you asked like significant others for their phone and
No.
they deny it?
It's not my style.
Yeah, it's not my style either.
It's not my style. I really don't care.
Yeah, I think that's
You
like
know what I mean?
like a younger thing though.
Yeah, like I said, it's not in our era.
Yeah.
Like I was born in the early 70s.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I never grew up with the technology that they have now.
yeah,
Right? So I wasn't exposed to all these things, right? Like I said, back in like the late 80s, early 90s, people were rocking pagers,
yeah,
right? You know what I mean? Overalls, spray painted on, and
you were heavy if you had a pager too.
doodle rope chains, you know what I mean? Kango hats, JV suits, MCM, you know what I'm talking about, them times, right? It was a great time.
Yeah,
We weren't checking people's cell phones and
No.
stuff like that, right?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? If you're gonna get biked, you're gonna get biked because you physically saw somebody doing stuff.
yeah.
You know, nowadays you don't even, you know what I mean? The phone exposes everybody, and social media and stuff, and everybody in other people's business and stuff like that. It's
I
just
think because
crazy.
we're so connected, right? Like we're more connected than ever
Yeah.
in terms of like social media platforms, in terms of, like instant text messaging, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Like I have all these different messaging apps,
Yeah,
not because I'm doing anything weird. It's just like, if I'm talking to someone that's in the States,
yeah,
don't text me. That costs me 10 cents. Use WhatsApp. Like, so then we're always connected.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, like
You're right.
realistically speaking, if you wanted to see if someone was lying, their phone would probably be it.
Yeah,
But I don't think that
that's a big one. Yeah,
that
Sure.
should be, the icing on the cake kind of thing. Like that shouldn't be something that you're looking for validation in terms
Right.
of trust.
Yeah,
There's obviously bigger things happening if that is something that you absolutely need.
yeah.
So for me,
Well-
I'm like, no, I'm not asking.
Yeah, well, like you said too, like with the pager, if someone's pager was sitting there and the number came up, you'd have to like physically call back the number. Da 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 da.
Right.
It's easier to lie about it. But what if? Quick question: your significant other's phone is sitting there. The text message pops up. You can see it right away, and it says, "Hey, baby, call me back." What do you do?
Okay, first and foremost, I wouldn't look at her phone.
Right.
People text message
Yeah,
me all
I
the
wouldn't
time.
do that either. I don't do that.
I'm not
yeah.
looking at her phone.
I
Right?
do. I'd be straight to tell you. If the
I
phone
don't.
goes, I will
I
look. It
don't
just-
because-
So
instinct.
if the phone's ringing, you look at it.
If your phone is ringing, I'm looking.
She give me a reason to look at her phone, I'm looking at her phone, right? But she ain't giving me no reason
But
to
it's
really
not
look
intentional.
at
Like
her
I'm not looking because I'm just nosy sometimes. If
You're
Nick's
too
phone
fast.
rings, I'm gonna look. Your
Yeah.
phone rings, I'm 100% looking. Karina's phone rings, I'm looking. It's not on purpose. It's just like my eyes are quick. I catch everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not like.
So what if it rings and he goes like this?
I will
that-
box the phone out of your hand. I swear I will box the phone out of your hand. I'm just being honest. Because that just looks weird. What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you trying to get a reaction? Okay, I'll give you the reaction you're looking for.
Well, the
Why
first
would
thing
do
you would
that?
say to him, would you say,
I'm boxing the phone out of his hand. That's it.
you'd slap it out of his hand?
Yes.
So
Can
you
look-
you relate that to trust then?
I don't, but like, why are you doing this like sneaky looking moves? Like, don't
Yeah.
act like that.
Yeah.
You're looking for a reaction. If you're playing, then you're playing too much because you're gonna break your phone. Then be your fault. But otherwise, No, don't do that. Like,
It's a
don't
lot
look
of
at the
violence.
phone.
I will never look at you the same way, Cherise.
You're such a liar. You're such a dirty liar.
Oh man.
It's
So
cool, man.
here's another question. So
Yeah.
would you stay with your significant other if they were friends with their ex? And is there levels to that? Because they could be friends where they touch base every now and then, or they could be best friends where you guys are having a problem in your relationship. That's the first person they call, the first person they
That's
go
weird.
to.
You can't do that.
That totally
You know.
depends on how deep the relationship you have with your significant other, right?
Right. So
You know-
so would you stay with your significant if they were friends with their ex?
No, probably not.
Oh yeah?
No, I just,
Yeah.
okay, well, I met somebody, I was fortunate to meet somebody that's not like that.
Yeah.
So I've never met somebody that held on to their ex. Why are you holding on to your ex for? For like moving on to the next level, right? Like all my ex, I don't talk to none of them, right?
Yeah.
Because that chapter book is done. You see, we got 3 books right here. That book is done. This one here is done, right? So we moving on to the next stage. It's 2021 right now, right? We on to the next,
Yeah.
right? I want to start a new book with
Yeah.
us and our chapter. I don't want to have nobody in the past
Yeah.
involved in it. I mean, this isn't the Seinfelds, right?
Yeah. Well, for me,
You know what I mean?
there's levels. There's levels. Like whoever they've known before they met me, I can't say nothing about that friendship, right? But for me, there's just levels. If you guys are connecting all the time, or you guys just touching base every couple of weeks, hey, what's up? Everything good? I
Yeah.
have no problems with that. But if they're going out to dinner, they have, every Wednesday is family night for them, or whatever the deal is. Like that's where I'm like, yeah,
That's
Well,
a
they
lot.
haven't really closed the book,
yeah.
they're not
yeah,
done.
They're not done. They're
right?
still
Like if
together.
you gotta hang out with your ex all the time, then that chapter hasn't finished yet,
Yeah.
right? You understand? You're having your cake and you're eating it too, right? You can't have them both,
Yeah.
right? That's conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do both.
It
It's
is
just ridiculous.
Good way of putting it. It's
Right?
conflict of interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you either choose me or you
Yeah.
choose your ex,
Yeah.
right? You can't have us both because that's not how I operate, at least.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe somebody else. There's a show that's out right now called You, Me, My Ex.
I never seen
Y'all
that.
ever heard of that show?
No.
No, I never
It's
heard of
ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy broke up with this girl, still lives in the same house, has a new girl, and now all 3 of them live in the house.
Come on, man.
It's a reality
Okay,
show. I
that's
just think it's
absolutely crazy.
absolutely ridiculous. The whole concept behind it,
Yeah.
I just think it's nuts.
Yeah. I would
But-
say that's for ratings, but I actually know of a couple of situations like that, that I've come.
This is like real deal still.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I know you're saying it's for ratings, but
Yeah.
like this is like a real relationship.
Yeah, it's real. I've come across that before.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like Lou Williams. You know, he got 2 girls. He lives with 2, and he's married to both of them.
Yeah.
You know, the NBA
Wow.
player. How'd that work?
Wow.
He made it work. I mean, he's not Mormon. I think Mormons can have up to 7 wives or something. Or
Oh yeah. I don't know the facts on that, but
No, I don't know.
yeah,
no, that's a hard no for me.
there's certain cultures out there where they can have multiple wives and stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, but like, just, no, I wouldn't.
So, are you friends with any of your exes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't speak to them every day. Like, it might be like a
Right.
once a month check-in, like, hey, how you doing? Like, is everything okay? Like,
So yeah, that's acceptable. That's why I'm
yeah,
saying there's like
I'm not going
levels
for
of it.
dinners. Like, I'm not. I mean, I'm single, right? So like now, if I want to go for dinner, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
most of my exes have, since married, whatever. That's on them how they explain the situation because really nothing is happening. We're just friends. But
Right.
like, no, I'm not gonna have fam jams every Wednesday and like hangout nights with the kids. Like, no, like
Yeah.
you have to draw a line in the sand because it's exactly what you're saying. It's like, who are you picking here?
Yeah.
Especially if it gets to the point where like, my exes are reaching out so often that it's creating issues in my current situation. It's for me to kill.
Yeah.
Like I have to be like, hey, like this can't continue this way because it's making my significant other uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But if it was reversed and like he was constantly, in touch with his ex, well, if they have kids, then they have to be in contact.
Yeah.
It's unreasonable to suggest that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
right.
If, they own property together, then yes, of course they have to communicate. Like I can understand, like logical things I understand,
Yeah.
but you don't need to go to dinner
Right.
Right.
You don't need
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
hang out. You
Yeah.
guys are
That's
not
right.
going to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you said. It is a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pick. You can't have both.
Yeah.
Because then I'm supposed to be sitting at home feeling uncomfortable and not knowing what you're doing when I'm not even an insecure person, but that would make just about anybody insecure.
Right.
Where are
right.
you going? Like you had this life with someone, you guys broke it off, and now you're spending all your time with them? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So no, it's not done.
That's
Exactly what you
right.
said. The
Yeah.
chapter's not done.
Yeah. So have any of your guys that you've talked to, have they had a problem with your being
Yeah.
friends with your exes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Which has caused a major problem, or
not a major problem because it's like I have to pick.
right?
And it's not outside of reason to tell your ex, like, this is making my current uncomfortable. Sorry, but we're gonna have to push time out on this.
Yeah.
Like, but, I mean, I don't enter relationships hoping that they're gonna end, but like if they do, we'll
Yeah.
pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like I've had some of my exes tell me like their girlfriends are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, respect your girl. It's
Yeah.
good. Like no love lost. Love you still.
Yeah.
But you should handle that.
Yeah.
Like I think it's reasonable. Like it's an adult's, response to a situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
So I've had friends
Yeah.
that I've gone to dinner with, like
Sure.
female friends, that have their significant and actually they know that we're out at dinner, and their significant is totally fine with that.
yeah.
Now, while out to dinner, I'm like blown because I'm not down with that. Like I wouldn't like to know that my significant is out to dinner, an intimate dinner with another guy, right? Especially someone that she has history with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
I suppose.
yeah, well, I mean, like you're talking about an intimate dinner. You're probably drinking, whatever, having a good old time. Things could happen.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
trust, I think. Like when it comes
Yeah.
down to, I mean, things could happen in theory, but like I have a friend of mine who is now married and his wife would be like, you haven't had time with Sharice at all.
Yeah,
Go have dinner.
yeah,
Like blessings. I'm like, bring her with. Like, but it's because that line hasn't been crossed. We're
Right.
not like that. Just one of my really good friends, love his wife to bits. Like,
yeah,
so
right.
it's clear, right?
Absolutely. Different strokes for different folks too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Some people can make it swing, right? Like that. They break up amicably and there's no hard feelings for whatever reasons. It never really worked out.
Sure.
They can continue being friends and they can be kind of occupy the same type of space. They just can't be in that relationship together.
Right.
yeah,
Right? And it's rare, right? It's more rare than you think.
yeah.
It's something about black folks, and when it comes to situations like that, it just complicates things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it has to do with a level of understanding and maturity between two people,
Yeah.
and that's where it all boils down to, like the Seinfeld thing, like Jerry Seinfeld and Elaine,
Yeah.
right?
I hear you.
Like they're still like really really good friends, but they still have people together. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
I hear you. So, you don't have a problem with it, really. There's levels for you. You don't have a problem with it. There's levels.
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with it.
He totally has a problem. He totally has a problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Sharice. Thank you, Dre.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See you next time on the Talk Exchange.